The push is on to get medical supplies to Americans who need them.
We have bandages and drapes. We have sterile syringes.
Ordinarily, the nonprofit Project Cure ships supplies and equipment donated by U.S. hospitals and clinics around the world. Now those facilities are on the receiving end. Surgical masks are in high demand.
There's just desperate need for them. They're still clean and new, and so now we're sending them back to our local hospitals.
But in an extraordinary effort, face masks are also being made from scratch by scores of volunteers. Sewing machines have been fired up from coast to coast to address a mask shortage during this coronavirus pandemic.
You see all over the news that they're begging for help, and so that's what gave us the idea on, there's a huge shortage and we have the machines to make this type of stuff.
Colorado's Xtreme Pro Apparel typically manufactures wrestling gear. Now it's cranking out masks. And with weddings postponed, bridal gown maker Donna Beth Creations has repurposed its fabric and machines.
Hospitals are calling saying they're thousands down. They have nothing, so they're begging for anything they can get their hands on.
This crafty army, as it's been called, is mobilized in living rooms and at kitchen tables around the country. My neighbor Bonnie is one of many who've enlisted. Many are using instructions posted online by Deaconess Health System. These cotton masks are not a replacement for surgical level N95 masks, but they allow hospitals to reserve those top-tier masks for the health workers who critically need them.
Let me do what I can do. I'm not a healthcare professional. I can't jump in at the hospital, but I can help make sure that those frontline heroes have what they need.
One medical expert worries this campaign is largely a wasted effort.
Homemade masks, I think we need to be very careful. They're not considered adequate PPE, and I think there's some question on their efficacy, and there's so many other ways to volunteer right now.
But several we interviewed said doctors and nurses are desperate for masks and looking for alternatives to the bandanas and coffee filters they've occasionally had to use.
If the hospital is saying we need this, if the professionals are showing you how to sew it, then if I can do that, I'll help. We're all just trying to help any way we can.
The organizer of more than 500 sewers in the Denver area says these tough times have brought out the best in people.
They want to help, and they want to feel like things are so wildly out of our control right now. What can we do to get them back in our control? I can make masks.
Turning them out.
In World War II, Americans joined together to make ammunition for troops. A similar wartime effort may be underway now.
When there's time of need, we all kind of join forces.
You help each other. You help the community. When one is in need, you do what you can.
That spirit has produced many thousands of masks already. Many more are on the way. Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Englewood, Colorado.